electronics went from matter state to that at 100 Tesla, 1.4 gigawatt of energy and billions. Here was done by a very simple man. Few hundred euro of material initially to achieve it. The system 129 achieving the 129 Tesla is here, built by Armin. This is the system which gave us, excuse me, Fabio. This is the 129. If you understand, I'll try to put this here, it takes the weight off me. Now you understand how the 129 works. Yes, please. Now you understand why a simple system like this, made by Armin over a year ago, 2 years ago in the Sensano, worked. Because he came from this one. Now, our biggest job is trying to teach you that now you have come into the plasmatic condition of the field, how easy it will be to go from bottom to top. Now you're on the top. With plasma technology, you sit on the totality of the energy. You sit on the structure of technology. Now, you don't need that much if you understood the work of the plasma. You don't need to do much if we see these kind of things on the work. You spend hundreds of thousands, millions to achieve 100 Tesla. The simple man with the knowledge of the plasma achieves more than that with a few thousand. And now that we have the knowledge, a few tens of dollars. You have to understand. You have to go back in a way, retune your thinking, retune your ideas, retune the way you have worked. That instead of working from matter state to the GANs, to the plasma, to the field, now start working from the field to create the energy, to create the matter state which you want, and it'll be fantastic, because now if you start this process, you start process of becoming man of space, because this is what you have in a space. This is what is in your hand in a space, not this. Now it should be very easy to start developing whatever you need. The spaceship program is the application of the fields of the plasma, of the universe. And there is nowhere in the universe which is void of such a field. There is no state of pure vacuum that there is nothing in there in the universe. Because everywhere in the universe, a field is going from one where to another, from one place to another, and you're just a spectator in the gap of the space in that moment, and even while you're measuring it, the fields go through your system. So this is where the strange thing will come. For you to understand, to become the creators, that from now on, you walk from this down to exact reverse of before. When you do it this way, you will see very, very fundamental change. You see a very, very fundamental work, and that is here to go from the weak to strong, you had to use a lot of energy, a lot of fields. To go from this down, you need very, very little, very, very little. Extremely zero, more or less none. You've seen it, it's done. Now you understand the process. Now we brought you into the plasma technology, we brought you into the field of the plasma. Now you will see how we shall bring from field to the matters. You got to remember the process. You have to understand the process. The process is absolutely fundamental. The process is sacrosanct. The process is so easy that it can be explained in a very few lines because now you understand it all. We used in this process down. I tried to clean some things that you can understand it, and then I'll give you parallel. Then it should be very easy for a lot of you to start working even today to complete part of the process. Here we used sodium and oxygen and hydrogen to go from molecular to atomic. From atomic to plasma, we used again sodium with chlorine. But the field interaction, which is important. Then we use the water with it to bring the field into homogeneous level, what we call the liquid plasma. And then we allow the liquid plasma to release its energy to what we have. Now look at the way you have to work. On this planet, sodium, base of the salts, has to be used as now this is the energy of the universe, interacts with the plasma of the field of the planet, becomes homogeneous in the water of the oceans of this planet, in the presence of the salt in the planet, leads to creation of nanomaterials, leads to creation of life. Now, if you take your fields of plasma and subject it through the same interaction as is the matter state of these plates, put in the condition of the plasmatic water, condition of producing GANs, condition of producing nanomaterials, we can produce any material in any solid state or liquid or nano in the universe. This is the life existence on Earth. This is the existence in the universe. Now you can replicate the same process and you'll end up with any matter state you want. Aluminium, plutonium, amino acid, banana. If you know how to mix it, you receive it. Where you started here from copper, zinc, amino acid, banana, and everything else, and you became to one. This is change of position. This is the change of the direction. This is the change of understanding the totality. Now you understood one side, you got to understand the other side. Now the circle is more or less complete in so many ways that it can be anywhere. What you receive, what you need, you create a condition. But don't forget, there is a very big subtle difference in this line. Here you use the matter state of the planet. Here you have to use the plasmatic condition of the system. A huge difference, a huge change. Good news? Is it still flying or not? So the process is what you got to understand. And now you can go in space and bring anything from anywhere in the universe in a field, or whenever you're in the universe, you come across a solid matter state you want to carry its energy, convert it. This is important. This is vitally important. This is now how you can become the magicians of the space technology. You become the magicians of the technology in its true essence. You start producing materials out of the field of the universe. You start learning how to be able to be and become man of universe. Without this part, there is no way you will survive in the spans of universe. Impossibilities. Because if you do not learn the universal side, you cannot, and you'll be entangled with the present space technology that you have to create matter, every fuel, every food, every drop of water, every medicine. Here, you carry one field, and the universe gives you continuously. You produce what you need, when you need, where you want. This is the change of the game for humanity to step in from the village of the earth into universal community. Because if you can produce and learn to produce everything you need, nobody becomes your God, because you are the God. You are the creator of what you need, where you need, when you need. And when you come into space, from different races, you learn different methods of producing different things. The way we learn from each other. So now you see where the space technology is leading us. We came, it took man millions of years to get from this to here. Nanotechnology past 10, 15 years. GANS with the Keshe Foundation past few months. And now you become the plasma technologist of the human race. And now you understand, now you become what we call the top dog. It's you who will decide the usage. It's you who will decide the application. It's you who will decide the next step. Understand, if you have a plasma, replicate the creation of the universe. You want light. Look how light is created by the interaction of the fields of one plasmatic magrav condition, Earth, and one plasmatic magrav condition, Sun. You live by it, your daylight. You want to create state of matter, you make it a little bit faster reduction. Create a GANS. This is how on the upper layers of the Earth, nitrogen, oxygen, and everything else is created as a GANS, not as a matter state. And then when you bring it to a combination of near matter state, it becomes this nano of itself, and then it becomes solid state. So in fact, you don't need all that. In a space, you need two systems which you can change. In that system, the gravitational magnetic field of one against the other. If you do it properly, use it in conjunction, you find lift. If you use them in the proper, you can produce water field strength, change it to a liquid in your hand, and make it solid to ice or whatever. Because the position and the strength of the gravitational with magnetical is the condition making, is the process making, is the principle of the interaction of the fields in the universe. So that way, on Earth condition, you need huge amount of energy to melt, to produce dream materials we cannot produce on this planet. In the next few months, if you understand it, go on the periodic table and see what has been the dream of the man possibly in next 200 years, what they call fancy elements or whatever, you produced. But don't forget, if they could be produced, the gravitational field of this planet could have had it to hold it. We don't see it because can be there, it is there. But now you have to create a gravitational magnetic field of the environment where these materials can be shown. So you have to create two systems. One, the system to produce the material, and one to be able to keep the environmental gravitational magnetic field to be able to show it. So now if you understand this, plasma technology becomes the root, the essence of the creation. Because now you are the creator. You have to understand how you want to move it, how you want to change it, how you want to see it, and where you want to see it. You want to be on this side, or you want to be on this side of the fence. Or you're going from plasma of the universe into the matter state. You want to create aluminium in the new environment, which is in the liquid state. You can never get it in a solid state like mercury on this planet. But you can have buildings made of stones, because there, this is the condition, but depends what the stone is made of. Maybe the copper in that condition does not work so good because the field strength interacts with the gravitational magnetic plasmatic field of the atomic structure of maybe one of the electrons of the copper, let's say in S1. Then you can't have a copper. Then you have to understand you got to protect yourself, because your life, your body as a man for its physicality and the motion needs copper as existence. So that environment, you protect yourself with a copper shield through the magnetic field. The game of the space is so beautiful, but if you have the knowledge of it, if you know how to apply it, if you know how to progress in the interaction of it. You've been looking for liquids. You've been looking for three conditions of the matter and energy. Now you look in the essence of the energy, in the essence of the creation. This is what I taught in the past few days. And I explain it again for those who don't understand, and I explain it again on Thursday and the next to come. You made the quartz. You made the core. You put the GaNs inside it, and you added solid GaNs to it. you had the water inside it, and you saw the emptiness, and you had the field in the center, empty space. That empty space from the first time you saw it is field plasma. If you can tap into this and you can use it the right way, and if you have a system to see it, you will see this. Because the plasma inside empty gap itself is divided into layers. And the way you rotate this, you rotate this, you rotate this, and this creates you the elusive lift which we're looking for. You are looking for a matter state, but in the world of creation, you go for the field of the plasma. You can run a reactor as small as a ping pong ball and go to the moon with it. You can create a reactor the size of a football pitch and go nowhere with it. Because you look at the mass, it has to be big. We look for the intensity of the field of the center. If you look, this is your one layer, this is your other layer, this is your third layer. You have the gas field and you have the water gas field. You already have 5 fields inside each other, which, exactly like a sun, sun plasma, go on the internet and look, is in layers. Now you see how I approach you to the point that you have the knowledge of the plasma of the universe. It's you who have to start playing with this. It's you who has to develop the technology to play. You got to understand how you came to this point. If you look at it, it's exactly the same. It is exactly the same. There is no difference between this here is this process. Here out is this process. Where do you want to go? Which way? Do you lead one to create the other? Or once you created this, you created a flash, which gives you the field, which gives you the protection, and it gives you the lift which you are looking for. The tighter, stronger you pack that center point, the faster you will travel in the space of the universe. I've given you many hints. I've given you many directions. I have taught you many things, but it's all been words. Now you can put the words together. The alphabet has made the words. Now we start making sentences of universal work. You came from understanding the matter. Now you can create anything, any kind of field forces, if you use and understand the work of the plasma. You are working now in your systems, in the GAN systems with the central rotation. You are working exactly to the point in the fields of the universe. You're working and building the structure of a planetary system. That's what you have in there. Have a look. You're not very far. Caroline core, the solid core, the inner core, the outer core, the magma. the solid surface. It's a copy. Because you got to understand this is rotating, this is rotating, this is rotating. And each one rotates according to the strength it has, and that interaction of their strength create repulsion and attraction of two different fields. This is the most efficient plasmatic system for a space flight, for medical application, for food, production of materials. If you understand this system now, you see you have matter to plasma and the fields, and from fields to plasma and the matter. The system which you carry in front of you, a lot of you are trying to build, is a complete universal system. It's taken the universe millions of layers to learn this. And you get it at the freedom of nothing, and you have no respect for it because you still don't understand it. The man of future will understand what is on this board and praise to the disclosure, because it brings man from the village into civilization of the universe. There is no more to it. And if you look at it, throw it in a different way. You see, it covers everything. From the strongest in the center, plasmatic, matter state, and so on. Now you see what we told you has been from the beginning the essence of the creation. Now, if you understand this, if you can position this, then you understand how easily you can build anything. Build the GANs of gold and make the liquid of gold. Then make the field of gold. And then put the GANs of gold into this container. Get yourself made a core out of gold, and then your coils out of GANs of gold and nanocoat of gold. Your machine will pour out tons of gold, whatever you want, because you have dictated the field strength to be of given strength. And on this planet is gold. I'm sorry for so many people died so many times on this planet for the most cheapest way to make the most worthless material on this planet. You want silver, make a silver core. You want copper, make a copper core. Everything of the copper. And put it through, find the right rotational speed. You will producing so much copper that the copper industry will collapse. Then you can have it in any shape or form you like, because then you can even create a conditional field forces that will be round, it'll be 2 inches in diameter, or be as flat as a pancake. Now you see how credible the technology is. You've gone all the way through it. But the lack of trust in your own, because you've been built that way, never trust yourself till somebody tells you, and then now you understand those some people have their own clandestine activities and their own time. But the knowledge of the universe is cheap. Now you have to start understanding no man should be a slave to nothing. If you understand this, you say the way our dearest friend Alex does. Translate the knowledge to this, you will come orange, you have banana, You have everything you want in this process. So the knowledge is complete and correct. It's for you to start opening different avenues of its application according to the need of the man. As was said this morning, can we know about the agriculture when is the last man standing? I said, if you're the last man on this planet, there is plenty. You should not worry about any agriculture because there is enough to feed you. But if you are in a space, you will not be able to find agriculture. But the energy field of the matters which your existence depends on it is in the core. You can develop it and you can use it. If you understand it, you can extend it and step by step, develop it to the next step. Step by step. Bring it to the point that it can be applied. Step by step. Bring it to the point that it can be used by humanity or yourself in the future in a deeper space. Now you understand how credible the technology is. As I said this morning in the teachings, I feel sorry for those who try to discredit. The only option for you lot is one thing. 11th floor. Long way to drop yourself down, but let the humanity live in peace. It's the only option left. Because in reality, everything has been correct and shall be correct. Go back. It's taken me 10 years to bring man from here to here. I paid with the price of my life and my family in the hand of the red circles to be killed 4 times for you not to understand. Shot at, blown up, poisoned. But I want to see how many of you they can poison and kill when you come to this. There is thousands of you, and you can develop it. You can develop it in a very, very easy way. When they opened this website, Victims of the Red Circle, I put my name in and how many times. They have murdered many scientists. They have killed and destroyed many families for them to be able to slave man to this. Just the matter, the material world. We have freed you. You are free to run. But understand, in this freedom, there is a cost. You have to be correct. I explained today in the teachings in the morning, and we go over this again and again. You are looking at the operation of this field in what it is. Straightforward circulation. As I explained this morning in the teachings. Simple fact, which is overlooked by a lot of you, and you listen to it all the time, is that this is your system which you have straight down the line. But what is the fact? This is how we see most of life on the systems which life is hard to accept. Look at this. We all know this one. This plasma is slightly tilted, but the source of its fields on this planet does nothing, but on this planet comes in a slightly different angle, leads to life. This is Venus. This is Earth. constant evolution does not create so much variation that allows you so much creation of whatever it could be. But here, because of the slight tilt and the angle of the operation, life has become possible. So when you build your system, do not stick that it has to be straight and it has to be there. Make it easier. Instead of changing the speed, just twist your angle of your motor. The reactor goes like this. Now the flow is this way. Understand about positioning. Understand about what you see when you look at the planet, when you look at the star. Replicate exact condition in your system. Then you see the field of that planet, you will see the life existence on that planet, and you see how existence can be supported and what is in that planet. Because then you can replicate that in your system, and then you will reach the condition of that position, that planet, in that part of the universe. Then the question is, would you like to travel all the way there, or you create the same constant field strength and you'll be there simultaneously in zero time? Because now you sit on the field of the rotation of that system. We've spoken with this many times. Now you can see space travel is not just lifting from this planet. You have a bigger problem when you lift it and you're in a space with this system, because if you get your field strength wrong, where are you going to land? Did you create the field strength of the Zeus, or did you create the field strength in the center of the sun? You get attracted by it. It's the law of the field strength in the world of the plasma. So it's very easy. Now we understand the totality, or at least part of the totality, in a clear way. The plasma evolution, the plasma revolution of technology and science is so profound that it'll touch the life of every single one of you from now on. There is no escape. In the next few weeks, we will see all these facts about Mr. Keshe. We'll go to the facts about the people who tried to distract you. Now, there is no choice but to bring in the mass media in for people to learn how to use a pen to get rid of a cancer. Is it that difficult? Or does the Keshe Foundation work? And your work has to become underground, because now we are underground, speaking scientists that over the ground in the biggest nations, they support us. The problem is not to be able to make this change. The problem is, once we make the change, we make a peaceful man out of the man itself. That's the problem. As I always say, you can always dress a monkey, but you never make a man out of the monkey. You can put a suit on him, you can put him in a tie, you can put him in a fancy lady's clothes, you can make it the flag of red, black, and yellow. Now, start understanding. Now try to play, feel comfortable, feel at ease. Don't ask questions, answer the questions. Don't come and say, can this do this? Go and do it and say, I did, and this is what happened, and it can do, and it's done this. The biggest problem with Keshe Foundation and knowledge seekers and the rest of the people who listen to this teaching is the fear of the failure. It might not do what I think, and if it gives, what happens? Nothing. You open a new door in the knowledge of man. Now, all the humanity is like the opening of the West. Now, the space has become the new finding ocean of knowledge the man needs to bring on the table. Every single one of you will bring a new knowledge in. Now, you become comfortable with it. We will have new Einsteins and new Teslas and new Aristotles and the new God knows what, because very soon, as is the habit of the man, we we'll forget all the suffering we done to get where we got. So one day, man used to do this. But there's one thing. The knowledge of man would not be here if it wasn't because of what is done before. So the process is very simple. Try to explore. We have become space explorers in true sense. Doesn't matter where you are. You're on the east side. Is there an east on this planet? Or we decided to call it the east. We're all east, depends matter where we are. When you're in Europe, the east is Asia. When you're in America, the east is Europe. When you're in Japan, the east is America. So who's east, who's west? We're all the same. We're all part of the same structure. And we have to learn this. The faster we do, the faster we run. There's one problem. And the problem is us in how much of it we would like to accept. Because now if we accept the totality, we say, why did I spend 30 years in university or in different education path or in different cultures of understanding when it was so simple? So cannot be something wrong with me, something wrong with the guy teachers, because if now I accept it, I have to live with it and change myself. I learned this in a very simple way, and I mentioned this before. Today is the 7th of June. Exactly 8 years ago, actually exactly 41 years ago, I came to Iran from Europe. From Europe to Iran in 1975 for a second time. And I stayed. Coincidentally, on the same day, 30 odd years later, I went back to Iran, June the 6th, 7th. And on my arrival, during the time of the President Ahmadinejad, I was given a lunch by the senior scientists in Iran. And they were the decision maker of if we carrying with the technology or we leave it. And there was a panel of the leading heads of the universities. I explained the technology, we had lunch. The voting came to vote if we're going to develop the technology for the Iranians. 4 professors from the universities, head of universities, they said yes. The 5th one said, Mr. Mayor, if I say yes, I'm retiring in a few weeks' time. Then I have to stay and see your technology to develop. And I'm too old. I'm not going to oppose it, but I step on side, we take the majority for. The correctness is not accepting it or refusing it. The correctness is in setting it the way it should be. Accept it, develop it to the extent you understand it. And the beauty with it is, none of you is wrong. No one, in putting 10 coils on top of each other, in putting 20 coils next to each other, in putting coils upside down and inside out, putting balls inside the core, using the gas as a core, none of you are wrong. Because every one of you in this development brings a bouquet of science on the table of flower of the knowledge of the man. So the one who comes and says there is something wrong with it, nothing is wrong. Try to understand what you've done. Try to understand what you've done, that we can understand the rest of us, that we can develop it, that if we need such a thing, we can use the knowledge. You've seen it. We are bringing new scientists on. We call it Alex Beats. I've said this many times before. We call it Benjamin Soap. We call the other one Armands this, or Marcos that, or the other people around the foundation around the world who are becoming. These names becomes the textbook words for the future. Then we don't need to look for it. So we are creating a new life of science with a new scientists of the plasma. And all of you are part of it, and none of you is wrong. I oppose the application when you don't understand the interaction and can be dangerous. I oppose in interacting when the knowledge is not there to be carried because it can deliver danger. I oppose people using nanocode material to be inserted in the body of the man, because very easily we had the full explanation of it today. Italian guy here in Italy has done what? Nano material coated, connect to the material, is running fridges and light. Conversion of the nanomaterial into the energy in a physical matter is a huge, huge delivery of energy when it's got the wrong way. But if you have the material and the method for it, you can deliver it. You can process it in a very simple way. Interact it, bring plasma into the nano, bring plasma into the matter, and see the energy released by it that you can use. If you understand the amount of energy you have in these balls you are creating, and you can insert the right matter state to it, or bring it in the right space, you can move this planet from its position. This is the difference. You have to understand which way you are going, and you have to understand the space gap energy. This is going to be one of your biggest problems in this technology, in the space. If you do not understand this, the space gap, God help you in the space, because this space gap is sacrosanct. You don't understand it, you play with your existence. In time, a lot of you will experience huge shocks. Some of you have. We explained this before, because what you're trying to do, you space gapped, but you don't see it. The bigger the space gap, the bigger energy you release. More matter state you become. More physical motion, rotation you can create. This is what I've been talking and teaching with our, as I said yesterday, with our innovation center. If the innovation center understands, within the next few days, next few weeks, I just guide, don't do. They should be able to deliver the first cars without fuel. Mechanical cars. All you do in your house, you just go to the back of the car, take the fuel tank, and throw it on the street. Cost of conversion, very expensive. Maybe about 10 cents, no more. Because you bring the energy of the plasma into a matter state level. Is Renan on the line? Vernie, are you online? Hello? Can somebody find a microphone? I've been talking to myself again.
Oh, sir. Bernie is, I think it's not on the line. I'll try to call
Vernie,
him.
Bernie, are you there?
He's not on the line, sir.
Is Renan online?
This is Renan, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
Hi, Renan. Now you're understanding what I was saying yesterday?
Yes, sir. I keep on taking notes here.
Now you understand how you got to run the engine?
Yes, sir. So I think I'll let Bernie review because Bernie is not online right now. So we're gonna apply it.
You understand exactly what we said in the discussions yesterday. It's jumping the fields, jumping the levels. This is important. If you understand it, if you jump that way, or if you jump this way. If you jump this way, you create huge physical motion. If you jump this way, you create huge plasmatic field motion. Because from here to here, you have to release fields which are surplus to become to the matter state. From here to here, you release huge plasmatic states which face the matter and they release the energy. It's, if you look at it in a different way, this is like a dam and this is like a turbine. If you release, depending on the height of the drop, depends on the power production. And you will see this again and again in the plasma technology. If you tilt it, if you put in an angle, if you do it straight, all will count. Any questions?
Just checking out the usual places here. Someone mentions that you mentioned that the Earth could be moved with the right plasma and so on. And someone mentions perhaps that's what the pyramids did, was move the Earth to a different position. Is that possible, Mr. Kesh?
We leave it to the imagination of the man.
Okay. Look at the chat here.
We are running so fast with the knowledge transfer that there is people don't have time to catch up. In a few weeks' time, there'll be a lot of knowledge dispersing because you start understanding and developing new technologies. The same as when I start talking about the nanomaterials and then the gas, everybody says he changes direction. Suddenly we were all doing this, now we go somewhere else. Now you understand why. That part, that section was finished. So now we've entered the space technology, and I said is becoming very, very fast. And those are matter state thinking will have a lot of problems. Do you want to show the video from, as there is no question, do you want to show the video?
I have a question. Hello, it's Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
How are you?
Oh, I'm still good. You're still alive, not eating?
Yeah, sure. I have just one question. When we are in the GANS state, and when we change the environment and we release the energy, and now we have no more like physical GANS, when the energy is released and it's in a new state, can we make the process infiniteless?
If you understand how to make the liquid GANs before you release the energy of the GANs, you can even dictate the strength you want that new field to collect. You learn slowly, I'll teach you slowly how to predetermine. Because if you understand this, it's a very good point you brought up. Let's extend the knowledge a little bit further. If you understand that you can pre-pack, predetermine the shape and the size of this plasma, which you're going to release due to creation and the right mixture. Don't underestimate. If you make the right mixture in the plasma of the water, you can predetermine the shape of your plasma fields, and you can predetermine the position of it. And then you understand what I said for a long time. In a space technology, you create fields of the plasma without containment. So, yes, you can determine slowly. These are the arts you have to learn. We will have artisans of the plasma coming up in all sorts of shapes. This is what I said to you. By thinking, by the emotion you create in your brain, you dictate the shape and the strength of the field of the plasma. Now, you understand how. You can dictate if you want your plasma to be in 10 centimeter or 2 centimeter, and what strength. Don't forget, you know this very well. You know this extremely well. It's part of your daily life. You smell, and it reminds you a position, a food, a cuddle from the mother, and everything else. How come suddenly it's so strange to you? You pass a field, you smell on the field, it gives you the smell, the taste, the position of what that field carries. I can smell roses. You can imagine the redness, the color, the thorn, what you gave, and what rose you gave to who, and what emotion it brought you. You already been playing with the field plasma exactly as you were nanomaterial makers from the day you barbecued. This is strengthening your understanding into your own structure of the creation. This is the problem. You know all of it. As I said to our friends in Ghana, we've all been so 6,000 years amino acid gas makers, we call it the soap. So yes, you can do anything you like. Anything, because your imagination is a field plasma. It has no containment, it has no material, but is created by aspiration, and by understanding of the emotion which is connected to it. If you understand that, people like Dr. Rodriguez should be no problem for you to handle disease or conditions like what we call Parkinson's. Any other question?
Can I just have one other?
Yes, you
Thank
can
you so
ask
much.
till the cows come home.
Because when you, for example, you come from the GANs and you change the process, you make a new materials, then
If you
you
want
can,
it in the material state, yes,
yeah. But if we play with that, so we can again play with these new materials.
of course.
Yeah,
But now it's refined. It's exactly the way you want it.
yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Any other question?
Well, there's a big question from Mark. Does consciousness travel in plasma?
Consciousness is made by the plasma. Would you like to show the expansion of the knowledge by Africa, please?
That's the Togo presentation, you mean?
Yes, please. And he's
Okay.
online. He can explain to us.
Okay, let me get that set up here. And there we go. Can you see that okay?
Yeah, you're only coming through as a little narrow strip on the screen here, so you might want to be
Oh,
sure.
okay.
What's the problem? We just see a stripe. It's at the bottom. You're going to bring it in.
How about now? Is it okay?
No, you're still like a ping pong ball table with the white line in the middle.
Okay, just a minute here.
It's like the old first computer games playing ping pong.
Yeah, the Pong game.
Yeah,
Okay,
there-
I'll try it a different way here.
There we go.
yes.
Okay, good. All right. Well,
This distance.
I think Paul is online here. Let me check. Yeah, too. Let me see. I'll unmute him and see if he can speak here.
Yes, Foundation Family
Two?
Togo.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Kesh.
Hello.
Could you enlighten us, please? This is beautiful. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Kesh.
Go ahead and explain the what I call the old knowledge of man.
Okay, I can start.
Sure, go ahead, and I'll just tell me when to go to the next slide, and I'll move it for you. Okay.
Yeah.
You just speak, and when you want the next page, just tell, and Rick will move it. You want
Okay.
to go on the page?
So, yeah, I will just make comment for the first page. And this is the activity of Cash Foundation Togo. We call it Cash Family Togo. We have two logos. The first one is the planet If. On this planet, you can see there is different parts from the planet If. Every part is represented by one country, and every country in the world must be for us covered by Cash Foundation or plasma technology. At this way, we can reach at the goal of one planet, one nation, one race, and we can say that we are now one nation, one race. There is the first comment for the first picture. So you can see the different activities we have done in Togo. You can go to please at the first, at the second page.
Rick, you can move to the next page. Okay.
Yeah. This, yeah, second page, please.
We are on the
So
second.
we have make a, yeah, we have make a gun production with a specific way, and in this specific way, you will see how we have make guns in African realities. This is CH3 production guns. I take one bottle, like Coca-Cola bottle, and I just put copper spiral, small coin inside, and I put zinc. Normally, when we put copper and zinc, we should get CO2. But at this place, we have got CH3. And here, the copper is not nanococktails. physically it is not nano-coated, but at the plasma level, I have nano-coated the copper. That's why when we combine zinc and copper without nano-coated, we get shear CH3 gowns. So everybody can see it's starting making the gowns. Let's go, please. Here we are making CO2 gowns with no rainwater. Here we are making CO2 gowns with distillate water. I just put again here coils and zinc plates like at the first time. But for this second time, I didn't nano-coated at the plasma level the coil. So here you can see with the same condition, same material, but the difference is at the plasma level. So here we start get production of CO2 gowns. Let's go next page, please. Here you have CO2 gowns with shear water. We can see when we finish to get production, at the top of the gowns, the color of the gowns water is blue. And at the right side, we have what the gowns I have washed. So I want to ask Mr. Kesh, where come from this blue color of gowns water? I didn't understand.
I can't explain to you. I don't know what you've done. I do not know. Maybe you can explain to us. We see this because you had a copper in it,
Yeah.
as part of the copper oxide nano GaNs, and it becomes bluish.
Okay.
And it's to do with your copper in the system. And usually we see these kind of colors. I don't know if it applies to here or not. This is the color of the GaNs of the pure copper. We've seen this, it's been tested.
Okay.
I have material, but it goes more, what do you call it, darker blue with the ones I have done, what I see here. But do you use caustic in these cola bottles or just water?
Just water, yeah.
You don't add any caustic?
No, I didn't add any caustic.
Okay, how do you connect it that you don't add any caustic? What is it connected to? We see wires going in the background.
Yeah. I have forget to tell everyone that I didn't make connection. I just put the plates and leave the wire like this. I didn't make connection. I
You
just
don't-
let the wire to take from environment the energy.
So the copper wires are not nano coated.
Yeah,
Right.
it is not nano coated. And it is not also connected one to other. I just leave it like this. You can see
You just
left
put a
side
zinc.
at the top.
You just put a zinc and a
Please?
copper. You just put zinc and the copper.
Yes, I put zinc and copper.
And with the copper
But I
oxide, you just
put
use
my intention on that.
your intentions.
Yeah, I pray like 30 minutes on that. I give my
How do
intention
you
like
pray?
30 minutes before leave it.
So You
Please?
use the same setup, but by intention you produce different materials. Am I correct?
Yes.
So if your intention is
Yeah, you are correct.
to produce the white CO2, you produce white CO2 with the same copper, with the same water, and with the same zinc. And if you wish to produce
Yeah.
CH3, you produce CH3 because you wish for that.
Yeah. This is our way.
Okay, carry on, please.
Okay, let's go at the next. Here you have a shear water guns. We have a copy and original. The first one we get, I make duplicates. How I make duplicate? I take bottle. I put the second bottle. I put water inside and make my intention and let it near of the first one who get the guns. And after some days, it's also starting giving guns. So this is original one who is left side and copy who is on the left side. Let's go up to the next page. Here is the process of washing the copy of guns. The copy I have done. So here I am I am washing it. Let's go to the next page. So here is CO2 with a double coil, zinc plate inside.
Can you
So what we have?
can you explain how you make it full? Hello, can you hear me?
CH31, yeah, CH31.
Yes, but how do you make the bottle full? Again, by praying.
Yeah, again by praying.
Okay.
So I increase the level by intention by praying.
It says CH3 white double coil and zinc plate. White double coil. What is with the white with a double coil?
With Mr. Cash, not white.
Yeah, I know. But what is got to do with the double coil? Double coil of zinc or double coil of copper?
Double coil of copper.
Ah, so this is what we're trying to understand. So with the other one, you use a single coil with a zinc plate, and you wish to get a CO2, you get a CO2. With this, you want a zinc plate with a copper coil, and this is what you get, CH3. Can you tell us something? How do you know this is a CH3, please?
Please?
How do you know this is the CH3, the material you use? Can you
The
explain?
color or the property?
Okay, carry on. We'll ask you the question somewhere at the end. Carry on, please.
Okay, let's go to the next page.
We are number 7, CH3 copy.
Here, yeah, CH3 copy. So I make a same like I make for CO2. So I just put water inside of the bottle, give intention, let it near of one bottle. I have get CH3 gans, and it starts giving also CH3. Let's go. Here is the different gans I have a product. I have make production. I have keep it. Let's go for the next page.
How long does it take you to make a bottle of Gans?
Please.
How long does it take to make one bottle of the Gans which you've shown?
It is taking the time.
Yeah, how many days?
Sometimes is 28 days. Sometimes is 21 days. Same days like normal.
21 days to make a bottle of Gans.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Carry on, please.
Okay, let's go. Thanks. Here, these guns, I make coffee from Jackie. One day we are in private teaching, and Jackie make a gold gun and plenty guns. So I didn't get material to make it, and I just take the energy and keep it in universe. When I go home, I put water in the bottle and bring this energy in the bottle. So after 6 days, I get Jackie guns from my home. So these guns coming from Jackie guns from France. Okay, let's go. So this is different guns and copy. I have take picture here. Let's go next page. Here is a copper plate and zinc plate for a rain guns. I have make also rain guns, but I have used here this small copper, and here this small copper plate, and here this small zinc plate, like 2 centimeter. But I didn't nano coated the copper in physically. But at the plasma state, the copper is nano coated. Let's go next page. So this is rain guns water without nano coated copper. So you can see the color. But this rain guns is more white than the first one from seawater and odor. So can you explain me, Mr. Kesh, why this different color also? Because all is CO2 guns, but one is from seawater, second one is rainwater. The color for rainwater is more white than the first one. Hello, Mr. Kesh.
Yes, I'm listening. I'm waiting for the next one.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
Now we see the
Here
coil.
is a coil for yeah. This is the coil for CH3 guns production. So this picture I take it after I have produced the guns. So after I have finished to produce the guns, the color is like blue, but not blue, and it looking like we have nano coated copper. But this is after production.
How did you gas code or nano code this?
Please,
How did you nano code or GANS code these coils?
the guns have make it. When the guns is producing, so the guns have nano coated this coil. I didn't make it. The guns have make it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Number 15.
This is the coil for shear water guns. It also looking like we have no extra. We have finished to produce the guns. Let's go now. Next page. This I have made cancer pomade with shea butter, and here is the component and property of shea butter. Please, yeah, here is the property and component of shea nut. You can see stearic acid, 20 to 50%, linoleic acid, 3 to 11%, palmitic acid, 2 to 9%, linoleic acid, 1%, arachidic acid, 1% also. Let's go.
Can you go back? Can you go back?
So here is molecular for okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Cash, you have something?
Just trying to understand. Okay,
Is
carry on.
shea nut. So we get okay. Let's go. Next page. Here is a social molecular component of Surshop. So nutritional value 100 gram 3.5 oxide. So you can see the picture here and the components. So I have cut it to make the cancer pomade. We have here carbohydrates, 16.84 grams, sugar 30.54%, heterin fiber 3.5, fat 0.5, protein 1 grams, vitamin. We have here thiamine D1 0.07 grams 6%. Next page. We have here mineral calcium 14 milligrams 1%, iron 0.6 milligrams 5%, magnesium 21 milligrams 6%, phosphorus 27 milligrams 4%, potassium 278% 6% also, sodium 40 milligrams 1%, zinc 0.1 milligram 1%, niacin B3 we have 0. We have zinc. I have already said. Niacin B3 we have 0.9 milligram 6% also, and protein acid 0.200 53 milligram 5%. We have vitamin B6 0.069 milligram 5%. Folate we have 14. Choline 7.6. Vitamin C 20.6. Next page. And I have included inside the lemon. Here you have the chemistry of the lemon. So we can see different components from lemon. Next page, please. So I want to start now how to make this pomade for the cancer. So you have lemon, salt soap. I have cut lemon here. Next page. You have here shea butter and CO2 gowns, but I didn't put CO2 gowns inside of shea butter, just the picture. Next page, please. Same, you have a short shop, shea butter, lemon, and you have here syringe to extract. Here I cut shea shop and the lemon. Next page. Next page. Next page. Here is the grain of lemon and shea shop. Here you have lemon and shea shop. I take the fruit, the body of the fruit inside. You have here CO2 gowns. You have here citronella. Next page. So I put shea butter on fire. This is the first step. And after I get this one, and I put lemon inside of shea butter. Next page. Here you have shea butter, lemon, citronella, and salt all mixing together. Next page. Here I have take 10 milliliter of CO2 gallons water, not gallons. Next page. And I make injection in the solution I have inject it inside and mix all. Next page. And here is the result. This is what I have get, and I have put it in the small container ready for using. So this is how I have make cancer pomade with shea butter. So here is the final. I have now to make a etiquette, so I will come next time with etiquette. Next page. Yeah, here I put in one container for refreezing, because it must be refreezing, and we will get like soft. And here I start another process. I make CO2 pomade for body cleaner. And the element I use wash of honey. You have it in the the left side, you have here the picture of crystal of mint. I use also petroleum of jelly. I use a paraffin oil. I use silex Vaseline, uh, mint crystal. I use rice and the CO2 liquid plasma. So this is the formula to make this CO2 pomade for body cleaner. Let's play the page. So this wash of honey is natural one. So this is the component of honey wash. So you have hydrocarbon 14%, monoester 35%, diester 14%, triester 3%, hydroxide monoester 4%, hydroxide polyester percent, acid ester 1%, free fatty acid 12%, free fatty alcohol 1%, vinidontifeld. Next page. Here you have Vaseline and you have a paraffin oil I have used. Next page. And this is the result. When I have mixed and put it in the fire like shea butter for cancer pomade, and at the end I get this. This is the result. Next page, please. So you can see it become like pomade, ready now to use. So I get this after 12, after 2 hours later. Next page, please. So this is conditionment ready for using. I make body shampooing with CO2 also. So I take NaOH solution, salt, lemon, rice, tomatoes, CO2 liquid plasma. So I take, you can see NaOH3, salt, lemon, rice picture. Space. So this is the components of the tomatoes I have used: glucose 2.2, 1%, fructose 2.2, 1%, protein 1.8, have fiber 4.2, as 1.4. I have submit someone or something is not visible. Have 95% of water. Tomatoes is composing on 95% of water. Here is lemon I have cut. Let's go. Next page. Yeah. Next page. I have already explained about this. Next page. So here I have put NaOH solution and I have mixed. You can see the color. It become white liquid when I make preparation. Next page. So when I mix tomato fat, it become yellow color. Next page. And next page. And I inject from this. I inject CO2 liquid and mix again. Next page. So this is the results will become yellow and I have put it in a container ready for using. So this is the shampoo I have used. This is shampoo with CO2 for the body cleaner I have done. Let's go next step. I have made if generator. So I use zinc plate iron from I make recyclage from iron computer, and I take some bottle and I cut. Next page. So I put zinc and iron, and here I put if inside. Let's go. Next page, please. So I make connection, and you can see on voltmeter is 9.3 volts. So I have many bottle like this. So I add and get more than what I want and just transform and get my free energy. I get my generator from the EF. This step. Here is a young generator I have made. So I make some coils and I make connection and then make my generator from EF, because this product in my country everybody have it. So you can see electricity, call for electricity. You can see I make connection and we get 9 volts with these 4 pieces of yarns. And the price for these 4 pieces is like $1. And after 60 months, after giving electricity, the yam are still ready for eating. I cut it. You can see the color. So it keeps the same color, so ready for eat. So this is how I have make yam generator. Next step. Next step, please. Okay. So here is a rainwater generator I have made, and this is the process. I make some coil, I make package, and this box give us 15 volts. So we have to, we get 100 volts and we make connection with this and get electricity with this rainwater. So this is the process and packing. This step. We have make also 3 generator. I don't know if you see there is no connection that I have make. How I have connect it, but I didn't see nothing. I just see C minus plus. So this is food. We have make also food. We take avocado nuts. We have take avocado nuts. We make we take CO2 liquid, CH3 liquid plasma, CO plasma, dioxide liquid plasma, and you can see the nut of avocado. You can see this machine for grated, and you can see here we have grated. Next step, please. And here we toasted on fire and we get this solution. Next step. So from here we mix now all these 4 ounce or liquid plasma, and we mix, and here we have a process in packing, and then we have our final food with avocados. State. Here I have make LC units here. So you can see gravitational kits. You can see we didn't make connection with wire, coil, everything. But it still work because we have put this plate of wood on the plasma state. So we have one way we have nano coated, or we have made connection with we have put the plate on universe of plasma. So this thing is full and connected with energy of plasma. So the effect is same if you have connected with the coil. Let's go. Next step. This is back side of our LC unit. Next step. Back side. Next step, please. Here you can see. Here you can see offset. So I make one way I can take it. You can see this one. I put it on the offset and close. If I want to remove my elements, so I just take it and I can remove this. You can see the hole I have made. The hole is like I want to make connection with the coils, but I didn't make it. I didn't make connection. I didn't put a coil. Here is wish for keep moving. I take it and move it. Here you can see how the settle, how I have make it and how I settle it. Next step. And you can see the settle. Next step. Settle again. You can see if I want to put coil. If I want to put coil, if I want to put coil, you can see it's already ready for that. I can put it. But here the kit is making. You don't use coil. The kit is already working like you have made coil. So just I want to let people see. Here is energy transfer. So I take this and transfer plasma universe energy on this. So this plate is connected. This is downside. You can see I something to move it easily. Step. So you can see the profile side. You see the hole. This to move it depending of the color of the version. You can move it and make it at the level of the version. You can see on the profile side. Let's go. You see inside of these LC units. You can see how the kit was. You can see I am inside for testing. So I want to see, I want to feel energy, and I have feel it to work. Let's go for the next step. Here you can see I can sit down and put the plates. Here you can see one patient I put inside to make treatment. Let's go. Next step, please. So this was presented by Cash Family Togo, Cash Foundation, One Planet, One Nation, One Race. We are sending you the love. We are together. Thank you. This was our presentation of what we have made, and I am making another 3 units with another different way, and I will let you know when I will finish. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is fantastic. You don't need complicated things. In a simple way, you achieve more than we did. But I would like you to go to page 1, 2, or 3. Go back to number 16, 17, please. Go back all the way up. Yep. No, go back down. Here. How the process you wish to create. With the same plate, you produce your CH3 or CO2.
Yeah, this is the same way. I just first, when I take a coil, I pray on the coil, and I take zinc, I pray on the zinc, and I take also water, I pray on this, and then put water, put zinc, and copper.
No nano coating.
No. We didn't nano coated it.
And then when it's to the CO2, what do you do with the CO2?
CO2, I put zinc, copper, but I have also here, you can see, if you see the picture, the coil is not nano coated. So I also pray on the coil and pray on the small
So your CH3,
and put in.
your CH3 and CO2 is the same copper and the same zinc. It's just how you pray, you get what you want.
Yeah, same. Yeah, it is same copper, same zinc, but the intention is different here.
Can you take and you leave it for 28 days to 30 days? Or 21 days and 28 days?
I will let it. I have more than 10 at home. I will let it 28 and see.
So you use the same material, it's just your intentions which changes the matter.
Yeah, same material, only intention is different.
Can we go down to where you went for the cancer, please?
Okay. Yeah.
No, go further down. Where you make the cancer. Yeah. This is, go back. You use lemon. Okay.
Yeah, because source in source property is to make treatment of cancer. So I just implement the energy with.
Yeah, can we see the composition of the source? You showed some material, some data. Looking for that data, can you find it? I think somewhere we see some data. No.
Slide 37, if you go back to that.
That's honey. Go further back up. Somewhere around here we saw some data, some composition data.
Yeah, I have made some composition for
Yeah, there. Yeah. What is the source of? Is just now stay there. Go back to where you were. Just now, go back to there. Go back. Ah, okay. Just
so
keep it there.
almost
Just,
all elements.
just wait. Just wait, please. Okay, this is the composition of the source of. Can you tell us what is the source of? We are ignorant to this.
Shop is one fruit. You can eat it, and in Africa we have it plenty. Especially in Togo, we have it plenty. One piece you have like 100 CFA, like 0.1 dollar. If you have $1, you can get like 20 pieces of this one. So we are using it like fruit, like mangoes, and we eat it. But especially, I have some knowledge about this shop. It makes treatment of cancer. If somebody have cancer, you give him. He, every time eat it, it reduce the pain of cancer. So knowing this one, I just implemented the energy of soul shop, adding some another element and put CO2 down to just
Stop. Go back to the picture before, the data before, please. No, the data. No. The data. We just had the data on the source of.
There's a link to SourceSoft to Wikipedia there in the chat if you want to pull that up.
Yeah, okay. Keep it there, please. Okay, go down with the method of production. Keep this in mind. We want to come back to this. Can we go to the method of the production? Okay, go to the chemistry of lemon. Stop there. Go back. No. Go lemon. Can you take a face shot of both page 17 and 18, please?
please.
Can you do a screenshot, please, Vince? Rick? No, yes, this one. Do a screenshot of this, if you can. And then, yeah. And the next one. Yeah, do a screenshot of this, yeah. And then do a screenshot of the lemon. Okay, can we see the next page? Can we see the next page, please? Yeah, carry on. Cancer format. You mix the lemon with the source soap. The next page. You add the gans of CO2 with shea butter. What is the shea butter?
Shea butter is coming from shea nut. Shea butter is the best butter in the world. and the shea tree is only in Africa. We can get it only in Africa. So
But
the
where
shea
does it
butter
come
we
from?
use it.
What shea is? What's the shea? What material is shea? You showed us beforehand. Can you go back up, please?
Yeah, it was the nut. Let's go back.
Yeah, go back.
Not of shea butter.
Go
Shea nut.
back. Stop. Shea nut.
Slide 17 is the composition there. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the same as a ground nut, which we have in West Africa.
Yeah, it almost same, but it is bigger. It is bigger than granite, and you have to
This
broke
is
this one and
because,
find now the real.
Uh-huh.
You have to broke the first one you are seeing here, and you will find now inside the nut of shea. The shea nut is inside, and when you take it to get the oil, you will put it in the fire and grate it.
Because I know how
And
they
after
I know how they make groundnut oil because I've seen in Africa. So it is like it's different way than groundnut. Okay, so go up to the next page, please. This is fantastic. What you have brought us is a gift. Thank you very much. So go back up, go down to the page 17, 18. Go down, 18. Go to 19. Okay. I want you to go to this production. So you take the lemon, the soul, you add a CO2 gas, and you add the shea butter.
yeah.
Okay, carry on. Then what do you do with it? Will you cook it together?
I first cook. I hot the shea butter. When I finish to hot the shea water, so I add shop, lemon, and CO2 gas, and this also the grain of lemon and shop. They have the grains, so I have broke it and get the part of this one.
Okay.
So I mix all inside when I have cook it. So
You
then
cook it.
everything is
Then you cook it.
yeah.
Citronella is lemongrass. Am I correct? It looks like it.
Yeah.
Okay, citronella is what we call lemongrass. Okay. Carry on. Go up. Stop. You cook it. For how long do you cook it?
5 minutes.
Okay, carry on. Carry on. Okay, carry on. Carry on. Yep. Carry on. Carry on. Stop. Now we got to the different point. Go back up to where we were before. To 20, 30, further up. To the next page up. Okay, stop. Stop here, please. How long have you been testing this for cancer in Africa?
Like 1 month.
1 month. And what are the results? What do you see?
After 1 month, the person don't want to now go at the hospital because he say he don't feel nothing.
Can you repeat, please? After
I say
1 month?
after 1 month, yeah, he don't want to go hospital because he don't feel any pain.
They don't have the cancer.
You have to make a analyze from medical to see, but the person say he don't want to go hospital.
Why?
He say he don't feel the pain.
Yeah, but doesn't mean if they don't feel the pain, there is no cancer.
Yeah, I think.
Can we put this? This is worth looking into because of a number of reasons you brought up. If you
Okay.
go back to page, couple of pages up, go back to the, can we have the one you took the snapshot picture, please, of the components? How long has this been used in Africa for cancer, or is it just something you've done?
In Africa, we are using it like this. Not everybody know, not everybody, but person who have learned know about this.
About
Know
what?
about
About
cancer.
how long? Is
This
it
is
part
the first
of,
time.
pardon?
This is the first time I have produced this one with this component. But before they only use shell shock for cancer.
Okay, let's get a picture of the shusha. I'll tell you what it is. It's very interesting. Can you put this in a smaller piece? No, reduce in size what you just had. The data you had on, Rick, please. And then put the picture of the lemon next to it, please. Shrink it, shrink them. Try to get all the ones you took a snapshot on one page if you can, please. Reduce them to the size we can handle. The lemon, and this is very interesting. Now you see this is the work of the nature in so many ways. Okay, and then you see the next one, the other one you had with you, please, the butter. Yep, just shrink it if you can. If you look at the composition, look at the composition of the sea salt, you see everything. If you use this mixture on, if you rub this oil on your coils, which you showed us the system you put upright,
Yeah,
the mixture you made,
yeah.
it should be very effective. It's field process for most of the diseases known to man. Tell you
Wow.
why. Can I show you why? It'll be interesting. I think Dr. Rodrigo's going to go. Can you give me this, please? I can't do this. Wait. Fabio, I can't get this done. I'll tell you why. This is a fantastic piece of knowledge you brought us in natural way. Africa can do it if they've been using it. Yeah, I want to be able to write. I want to use I want this up.
Do
But I
you,
want to use
do you
this.
want to write on what's on here, Mr. Kesh? or do you need to stop?
Yes, I need to. Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, we
But
need.
we got it, we got it. Hold on, one more down, one more down. There. Okay, we got it. Look what is here. In its simplicity, you can produce everything. Look what is here. Sodium. Don't move. Stay one place. I'm going everywhere. You have the sodium. You have the lemon.
Yeah.
You have got your NOH. I cannot write here. So in the process or in the stomach of the man,
Yeah.
the sodium, it creates sodium oxide hydroxide, which is the caustic. You have that with this lemon, with the OH, which is sitting everywhere. You have create a caustic. Then,
Okay.
then you have the zinc, which most of the cancer has emotional basis. So now you have entered the body with a condition of what it needs. You have potassium, you have phosphorus. This fruit is a cancer fruit. This fruit, if yes, is vegetable. It is in conjunction the way you have mixed it. Yeah? If you go back to the teaching of the Ghana last week, and by adding the CO2, you increase the natural protein. Here you have used shea water. If you use the same process or add animal fat into this, I think it's a very natural cancer system.
Wow.
Because with adding the CO2 which you added, we saw the reason the system will work with the shea water and lemon juice and what do you call it, with the CO2 you add to this, you increase the potency. That CO2 brings the plasmatic condition of the gans in the condition which is already created a natural GAN system. This what is on the board with the new knowledge which we have, and strange enough, look what it is. You have B9, you have B3, look, there's a B6. This fruit is a cancer fruit. The only thing missing in it is the energy which you add with CO2. And what is interesting is you created that CO2 with the element of the copper, which had that blue tint in it, which I said this is a nano oxide copper. So with it, you bring 100% few elements of CuO2 with you as well. So it has everything for physical recovery, emotion, caustic to create the copper oxide and the zinc oxide. You have phosphor, which is the backbone of the DNA structure. You have calcium, which feeds with the zinc for the growth of the brain cells not to repeat. You have an iron, which allows the increased production of hemoglobin within the structure of the amino acid that you put in. And then you have a B6, and you have a B9 especially. B9 is the regeneration of the cells. I would like you to do something.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the market. Somewhere in this country, in Italy, we can find this soul soap. And I'm going to repeat what you've done and give it to the medical people we have around here to develop it. And we send you this natural product, but try to change
Okay.
from the shea butter to animal fat.
Animal fat.
Yeah. Try to do a test with animal fat, because then you bring it to near level of the amino acid of the human being and repeat the same process. But you are rubbing this on the skin of people where the cancer is. Am I correct?
Yeah, I rub it in the body of the people where the cancer was.
Okay. It'll be interesting if the nano coating coils you showed us that beautiful standing upright standing system, if you can coat, nano coat or GANS coat those coils with this which you make and see the real reaction of the system. This is a natural, it's the most beautiful natural process, and you, by adding lemon to it, you have made a caustic out of it, which with it, with the CO2 and the water you added, has made it into a natural GANS which supports, and that's why it could be correct that this thing here and this thing here and this here show that there is a possibility. It's the first time I've seen this. This is so beautiful, if it's correct, that this material, if it's used, because I was discussing this with doctors in one of the teachings last week or the week before, if I remember correctly, that the way these coils, upright coils, medical coils work, is that it touches the RNA, and these people should never get cancer again. When you go through these coils, upright stands you stand in, and what you show here is clear indication. If we can use this fruit or this vegetable with what is sitting there in conjunction with lemon juice, which brings in with the sodium, the caustic condition, now in one go you're making GANS of everything in one go. This is the beauty of it, because once it's cooked, once you put it in a cooking, you release the sodium and everything. You make the GANS of calcium, iron, magnesium, everything. You support psychological. You support production of the brain cells. You support the hemoglobin. You support the magnesium, which is most important part in the structure. And then you support it. You embed it. You literally embed it in what do you call it, RNA, through change in DNA. Because when you look at the, just go and have a look at the structure of the amino acid, or what you call DNA, you see the backbone is phosphorus. So this must be one of the most stronger cancer systems man ever could produce. It's beautiful what you put on it. I told you Africa will be the crown of the jewel of the spaceship technology. And this is the example of it. The knowledge you carry, the fruit of Africa, is where humanity mainly was created. And you have all the tools. This is most of the most beautiful knowledge we could ever receive from Africa. Thank you very much for bringing it. But take it a step further. Take it a step further. Change this butter to human, not human fat, but to the animal fat. Like, do you have access to, I know you say no, but I lived in Africa. Do you have access to bush meat?
No, I don't get access.
You don't have access to bush meat. Okay, so if you have, find yourself, try to go to, in Africa we don't have Western fully saturated antibiotic animals. Try to find chicken, free range chicken in the villages. Yeah?
Yeah.
And try to get the fat from the chicken.
Okay.
And instead of this shea butter, use that fat. Because
Okay.
the fat of the chicken, free range chicken, which is in Africa, is saturated with omega-3.
Yeah.
And that is mainly, we know what's in omega-3. Then cover your coils with a combination of what you make, replace this shell butter, come closer to the protein structure of the man, and
Okay.
if you use the fat from the chicken,
Okay.
then make the same structure, use these on your coils on that beautiful system you showed, and
Yeah.
I think you'll find a very effective system for any kind of cancer. But in your system, which you showed, we discussed it with the doctors before, you need a leg piece. You need to cover the whole body. You got to go another piece on the bottom. I'm going to teach you something very added to the knowledge. This is beautiful. I thank you for bringing us this knowledge. It's a
You
good
also.
understanding. I'm just going to use my whiteboard. I want to teach you something while you're making this board. Fabio, can I have my whiteboard? But I want to come back to this. Don't change this at all. I'll come back to this. This is a beautiful piece of information. Everything naturally is there to reverse cancer. Okay, what I'm going to go back on this is this. Excuse me, Giovanni. It's 5 o'clock. Are you supposed to be somewhere? You have the phone with you. You made, I'm looking from the top. This is what I wanted to teach today or in the coming next day or two. But now we are here. You brought such a beautiful gift. I want to share a piece of knowledge with you. You made those two boards. Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, Rick, we need to see Mr. Kesh drawing now.
Pardon? Pardon?
Or just saying we need to have Rick
If I
sharing.
stop the share, okay.
Just take a screen snap of
Okay,
it.
stop share. We are there now. You can see?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. Can you see the wide screen?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Now look, even this is for Dr. Rodriguez as well, or the medical people, if Dr. Klaus is there. Up to now, you put systems in panels, which you put your patient inside. Let's take the knowledge a step further. You created helmets, which you put on. Let's take knowledge. Go back on the patent, the medical patent, medical application patent. Have a look, you understand. Extend the knowledge. We look from the top. This is your board with two set of units going down, the coils. Now, add two more. Box the volunteer. But when you do this, you have to take this helmet away and you can add a section in here, which it covers the totality of the head, the physical part, and the immune system. But don't forget, when you make the top, your top to have coils too. But has to be a space in the gap of the center of the brain in this line where any extra energy can pass through even though you have. So you have 4 walls and you have coils on the top. Now you have created a box, handles emotion, physical and everything else. But there are 2 criteria. When you connect this system, before you used to connect this way. Now you have to connect this way. And the end of the beginning goes to a dumper. At the same time, you connect each plate to the top. You can add a section to the bottom with the same characteristics. Yeah. So what you create, a field balance. We have a mobile, we have a microphone open. Please close your microphone. So what you create is a condition that it can handle any disease. In space, go back. I spoke this with the doctors before. Go and put in a swimming pool in the water, because the water is a liquid version of the same thing. So this is what you're going to get. This way you create a full balance. You need to put two units opposite to each other. You have to get everything in a right order. Now you create a balance in total body of the man. You change, you have a cancer patient, the oil you showed us, you put on the coil, you will see wonders. Now, if you look at it in so many ways, you create a box like this, where human is in the box in a controlled environment balance. And then you put your coils, the head, the body, the immune system on four sides. The top you cover, the bottom you cover. This is a kind of system you need in space when you suddenly receive huge amount of energy. You cannot go section by section. You de-energize the whole body. It's the only way you can handle the space viruses. Because they attach to every cell. They don't go through a digestion system or everything else in cases. So you dump the energy very fast. So, but it'll be interesting to see if you can make this, use the GANs of the oil which you made. It's the same process. All you're doing, I explained this in the teaching before, I explain it again, that will become very clear. When you make a coil, you have a matter state. You added the GANs in the coil. Then with it, you brought in the water, which is the liquid plasma. Now you understand what you've been creating. This is the GANs. Here was the nano coating, and here is the matter state. And in the center, here, the empty space you had is the field plasma. Now you see the cores we had. And with no change, if you look, you have the copper, you have the nanomaterials, and then you added the GANs on top of it. This GANs is the oil you created. What happens? The energy in your coil structure moves along, and now you see the energy locks in to your system. The difference is now this structure is the body of the man in a GANs state, the liquid water and the energy within the structure. So you see the difference. And here, by putting the GANs on top of the nano, you brought the energy resources on top of your nanomaterial. That's why these power units are energy sources. these magrav units, these coils which you created, you have brought the sun to sit on the nanomaterial. It doesn't need to look for energy. Energy is coated on it. In a space, you change it the other way. Matter state, plasma state. Here, the plasma sits outside. That's why man could not find it up to now. Here, the plasma sits inside, the sun, the proton, the electron, the molecular structure of your life. So when you put the oil on the coil, which is coated for balance energy between all the elements of the creation, the copper is already inside, which is the physical. And you understand these systems should work magic for any diseases, even if you added CO2 to it or CH3 for any kind of depression. It's a fantastic technology brought, it's a fantastic knowledge you brought on the table. I thank you very much. And those of you who are familiar with this, you can use this for more or less any kind of cancer. This has everything not to handle the cancer, but affects, reassesses, balances. Because when you create a GANS, can we have a picture back again, please? Can you share the screen with us? You understand why? Can we have those tables back on, please, Rick? Hello?
Yes, just getting that set up here, Mr. Kish. I took a screenshot, so we should be able to. Can you see it there?
Yes, it's back on. Thank you very much. So, can we go up here? Oh, I've got to go full screen first. It needs that mouse. It doesn't work with mine. It's your touch. You see, You see, when you done this, when you put this material on the coil, everything is in a GANS state. It's as energy. So when the body comes to it, it takes what it needs and no more. It brings balance to everything. This is the beauty of it. That sodium with lemon, creating a balanced caustic, and everything in there is, because it's in the GANS state itself of the atomic structure of the GANS of the material. With a B9, this is a recipe for any cancer. This is a beautiful piece of information and knowledge. We understand, if those who understand can elaborate on it and develop it further, you can do a lot of things with this. The other thing, maybe if you look at it from the agricultural point of view, if you use this butter and make it liquid enough, you'll find out with this magnesium in it, you can create a condition that there should be no need for any, what do you call it, pesticides. You can increase the production of the fruits, any fruit, hugely. This fruit has a composition of both, because the amount of these materials in it are quite just about enough to do it. You have the potassium there. Phosphorus is big enough. Sodium, zinc very little, is emotional. It is beautiful. This should be very good for brain damage because of this composition. Creating brain cells, and you have B9, which is perfect. If you have brain hemorrhage, stroke, this should be a perfect coil to put somebody inside it to produce the brain cells. This is a gift you have brought on the table of knowledge, and I thank you for it. It's amazing what you brought on the table. We'll ask, I would like you to do something. When you come back to Togo, get in touch with me. I invite you to come to the African Summit in Ghana and bring with you your system, bring with you this knowledge. And do we have Benjamin online? Benjamin, are you online? No. Is Dr. Gota from Kenya online? No. We usually get them on Thursday mornings. They're all there. Let me speak with Ghana, with the Atomic Energy Group in the lab, and we get this right. Pardon? We will ask on Thursday. On Thursday morning, we have the Ghana Atomic Group with us. We'll ask them to replicate this and give us a full measurement, scientific measurement in the lab. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful for a space technology, but you can use it. Good morning, Dr. Gota. Dr. Gota, you are familiar with this soap in Kenya?
Yeah, yes, I know the fruit in Kenya too.
And
Amoya, they call it Amoya, ananas, Amoya, or something like that. But I am familiar with the fruit.
Is it possible if we could have a scientific research into this, exactly if there are any paperwork in the scientific arena that allows us to see what they've done in this in the present science?
Yes, I have seen some papers, so I will look for them and let you know.
Please, if you can work with Paul in Togo and build up a scientific paper, I can ask people in Ghana to help us to scientifically validate it. This is a very nice, very beautiful piece of information, which it explains how a little bit can go a long way, but this is very, very nice. But strange enough, if you look in the acidic part, there is another game played here. Some of these acids are the ones which can penetrate the skin, the way we saw with Ghana presentation, what we saw with coconut, what we saw with cocoa. Thank you very much for bringing us this knowledge, Paul. It's fantastic. Please let us know.
For opening our eyes also.
Please follow your patients. So you've done. Bring in doctors from Togo to work with you. This has to be done scientifically, as we said before. They set up a structure that it can be followed. Just people, I know the African mentality, because they don't feel anything, they don't go anywhere. But try to get these people, if there is a scientific records of the, what do you call it, any x-rays or whatever, that it can be taken again for it. Dr. Rodriguez, are you with us by any chance?
I just promoted them to panelist here.
Yes,
so.
I am. I'm here, Mr. Cass. I heard everything.
Can you see what it can be done with this as a GANS on the nano-coated coil?
I will try, yes.
Can you get this material in the US?
I don't think that fruit, but I will try. I don't know that fruit.
I never heard of it.
No.
Miss Akash, I can send it from Togo. I can send it.
In the United States, they don't let you enter. Impossible. You never been to the airport in the state, they empty your pocket, they find something in it. You cannot enter things into the country. We have to test it in Africa. We have to do it there and then build it up from there up. Okay, so let's see what we can do. This is a beautiful knowledge, and we'll see. I'll try to see if we can find it here in the African shops, and see how we can develop it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed, Paul, for bringing this knowledge. Have a safe trip to where you're going later on or this week.
Can I ask a question, Mr. Cash?
Yes, please.
But the boards you said on the sides of the person to make the square, they're gonna be 2 lines of coils because the back one is gonna align to the spinal, or it should be only 1 line of coils on the side.
On the side, you do 1 line. It's good enough.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I thought.
Good enough. No, it doesn't have to be. It can be 1 line. The only thing is, on the head section, do not use copper coils. On the head section, only use zinc coils.
I got it. Perfect.
Okay.
Yes. Even on the top. On the top.
On the top. Yes, please.
On the top and the
What
2.
you can do. Yes.
So just to make sure, it's only 1 line on the side.
Yes, please.
Perfect. Got it. Thank you so much, Mr. Cash.
Thank you very much. This is a chamber in a space. We talk about rooms which you can enter. This is the room, the structure. We are getting there slowly in production of the system, that you can spend a few minutes inside and literally walk out without disease. And we're just getting there slowly, slowly. And this piece of information, the way we've seen Klaus has shown the system in Austria, you can refit any coil anywhere. You have a cancer patient, you put a coil with this material on it. You have a different case, you change it to what you need. Thank you very much for the knowledge you brought us. We respect it, and we thank you for it. I think it's a time to say goodbye. We had a good time. It was a fantastic piece of knowledge which came today, and hopefully we as a humanity will benefit by it. I cannot put it down. Any questions you have, please come with it on Thursday. Tomorrow morning we have no teaching. Tomorrow afternoon is the doctors. Hopefully next Wednesday morning it'll be agriculture, and afternoon the health section. Remember, from next Thursday, the teaching, international teaching, finishes at 3:30, and we switch over to the specific teaching, which covers mainly targeted for the government. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kesh. Thank you. Okay, that'll be the end of the 18th International Knowledge Seekers Workshop for June 2nd, 2016. And as always, thank you everybody for attending. And we'll end the live stream now and complete the meeting.